Can't see me one-on-one. That's where Dakota Pratt. You're taking a lot of boxing lessons, but you still. Twitter. 1 second, getting the tweet out. Pain. That is all I know at the moment. I came into this game with a very bad headache. The light in my eyes is frustrating, and it's been this way for a couple hours now because it's playback. Shout out to Playback Gang. And wow. So even though I endured that headache, and plus, when you have a headache, you're really not supposed to like scream and stuff. And this was there was a lot of, I screamed during this game. And so that accentuated the headache. And then my headache pales in comparison to the heartache that I experienced down the stretch. It was just really, when Devin Booker hit that shot, it was like, wow, that's Devin Booker, and that's a really great shot, and that hurts. My heart shattered a little bit when he hit that shot. I already felt kind of heartbroken, but I still had hope. And then, unfortunately, my stream was a little behind. So I got the notification that the game was over and we lost before I saw the last possession. And so I was heartbroken again, like a second stage of heartbreak. I got heartbroken again in that moment. 1.7 seconds on the clock. Doesn't matter. Whatever's about to happen, we lost. So I was heartbroken twice. And then, because I am me, and because fanhood is a disease, and just, I watched the 1.7 seconds. And seeing the shot that Jalen Brunson got and the way that it just barely bounced out was a heartbreak that exceeded the heartbreak of the previous two combined. My heart is shattered in three places. That was such a tough loss, bro. That was a really tough loss, and tougher than the loss. You came into this game tonight, as much as I wanted to win it, even here no KD, as much as I wanted to win it, the Suns are still a tough team. Devin Booker is still a real star player in this league, superstar player in this league. And so, it was gonna be, and the Suns pretty much play with one person every night, one star every night. So they know what's going on, So it was still a game that if we would have lost it, it would be like, okay, that hurts, but on to Charlotte. You feel me? But it just hurt. That was a tough loss. That was a tough loss to endure. The way that we lost that game just really, really, really hurt. But that also speaks to, we can't keep having first halves where we don't really play with effort. We can't keep starting games so slow and putting ourselves behind the eight ball to then, I love the fact that we're resilient. I love the fact that we're going to keep pushing. I love the fact that we're going to play to the very end. We're not going to quit. I love the fact that we are always in it. But sometimes we don't have to start and put ourselves out of it. We don't have to fight back in it. If we play that way, if we play focused for 48 minutes with effort for 48 minutes. You can't control missed shots, sure, but you can control effort. You can control just the energy level. We got killed on the offensive boards in the first half. Absolutely slaughtered. And the thing is, they got their first offensive board in the second half, and I believe at that point they said the offensive rebound margin, offensive rebound battle was 15-8 then. And that means they got 14 offensive rebounds in the first half. And we did a much better job in the second half, but just the job that we did in the second half shows that this team should not have had 14 offensive rebounds in the first half. So many times we got stops. We played really good defense. We're a good defensive team. Finish the job, please. I'm so tired. I hate this. It's one of my least favorite things in all of basketball is giving up points on possessions where you played excellent defense. It's such a waste. We played great defense on some of those possessions and just gave up the silliest offensive rebounds. We had times we were taking rebounds out of each other's hands. Like, come on, bro. They were getting 3 and 4 chances. We got Drew Eubanks down there looking like Mitchell Robinson. Like, what's happening? That's simply effort, and I can only be led to believe that because in the second half, all that stopped. We cannot keep waiting to start playing our best basketball. I know. I love the thrill too. I do. But we are doing ourselves a disservice. We're making it more difficult than it needs to be. No, this isn't a game that's so terrible and disgusting and embarrassing to lose, but it was a game we didn't have to lose. We could have won this game. We should have won this game. And so that's disappointing. That's disappointing. I don't want to drop games that we should have won. Not even that we could have. We should have won this game. And it's unusual of this team to drop games that we should have won. And a lot of times, we just shot terribly. There's nothing you could do about that. But this was like a lack of effort. The gap was effort, and it was very clear in the two. It was a tale of two halves. Speaking of a tale of two halves, man, Julius Randle. He wasn't our best player today, and we're gonna get to Jalen, of course. But Julius, I think he's just a tale of two halves, man. He was out there playing like he didn't even really want to be there in the first half. Like, he wasn't on the boards. He just didn't have it. He looked like he was just, lethargic. It was wild. It was really bad. It was ugly to watch. And then in the third quarter, that version of Julius Randle is one of the best players in the NBA. I don't know how often we're going to get it. I hope it's a consistent thing. There's nothing about it that can't be consistent. That's the thing. Julius Randle is out, and I've been saying this since his first year here, when he was just – we couldn't stand him. He was turning the ball over Beyblade and had a horrible attitude. He wrote himself in the Players Tribune how much he didn't like how he was. And even in that first year, I said, hey, man, he might be frustrated, but he's good at basketball, I promise. Julius Randle is really, really, really good at basketball. There are very few people in the entirety of the NBA that can do anything about Julius Randle when he's doing that. Like, just using his strength, being decisive, making quick decisions, but also being patient, finishing, being ambidextrous around the basket. Like, all he was doing was there's times that Julius Randle has a quarter like that or he has a stretch like that, and it's because he's going nuts, and he's 8 for 13 from 3 for the night, or he's hitting step back fadeaways from the mid range, and it's just whoa, they can't do anything about him. This was Julius Randle getting right to the basket. Almost all those shots came off the square. Julius Randle getting right to the basket. There's not a lot that most people can do with him. He's most likely too big or too quick, or both. And so I hope that we get more of that. Julius, he was engaged in the fourth quarter as well. That version of Julius Randle is one of my favorite players in the entire NBA. One of my favorite players to watch. I love when Julius Randle plays inspired basketball. And once again, the same thing I said with the offensive rebounds. They had 14 in the first half, and then they got their first one some point in the third quarter. Late in the third quarter, it's a tale of two halves. You can see it. It's very clear to see. We weren't doing it in the first half, so they were getting offensive rebounds. We started doing it. Now you see the discrepancy. And it goes the same way for how Julius is playing. It's very clear. There's a whole different energy. There's a whole different player out there from the first half and the second half. I need that guy for 48 minutes or for 38 minutes, 36 minutes, however many he's going to play. I need him out there for the entire game. The same way I need offensive rebounding the entire game from everybody. Not even offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding. We box out, bro. Get a board. Finish the possession, please. Jalen Brunson was absolutely phenomenal. And I'm not gonna lie, it's a day that ends in Y. I mean, 35 points, 6 rebounds, 8 assists, 15 to 25 from the field, 5 of 10 from 3, 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Unfortunately, that's nasty. But I mean, 60% from the field, 50% from 3, 6 boards, 8 assists, 35 points. And honestly, not gonna lie, it was a great game. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying it was like not a great game. This is just another day at work for Jalen Brunson. This is just another day at work for Jalen Brunson. He was just cooking. He's in that mode. He's in that mode. This is the Jalen Brunson we're gonna get on a nightly basis. Like maybe not 35 a night, but like he's in that mode. There's nothing that can be done about him. He's a problem. He's a killer. He's different. Something I said it Knicks on one the other day. Something is wrong with Jalen Brunson. Like something is wrong with him, bro. He killed Devin Booker today. Unfortunately, Devin Booker got the last laugh. But off the come here, in and out, crossover, in and out, snatch. No, I'm over here, sir. Cash. And then he does everything with the same facial expression. Even when he puts him back, he just he's like, that's it. That's the only thing that changes. And then he like puts a mean look on sometimes. Like he's just out there killing. Jalen Brunson is different, bro, and we're gonna get that consistently, and it's beautiful. We've seen it now. The first in the beginning, the mid range, the 2s weren't going. He had the 3s going. It was just like, yo, when he puts these together, it's gonna be crazy. It's here. We're seeing it, and I don't think this is like this week Jalen Brunson or this month Jalen Brunson. He just came off Player of the Week, and he's elevating his game. I don't think this is this week Jalen Brunson. I don't think this is this month Jalen Brunson. I think this is this year Jalen Brunson. Top 5 in MVP voting. It's on the way. And I'm so mad that last shot didn't drop because I would have used that to push the agenda. He was going to win that game if we got to overtime. We were not going to lose that game in overtime. That's the part that's so frustrating. That's the part that hurts so bad. We were not going to. I can't call it one way or another, but we were not going to lose that game in overtime. RJ Barrett, I thought so. Quentin Grimes, first off, Quentin Grimes did an excellent job on Devin Booker in the time he spent on him, especially in the first half. Made life really difficult for him. Love seeing that. Love seeing Grimes, being the defender he is. RJ, I thought, did a really good job on him and one-on-one. Made him force him into some tough shots. I thought that was pretty good. And then he just had that one stretch where he got going, and unfortunately, it's Devin Booker. And down to the last shot, it's just like some of these shots. You hit one over RJ on a fade and on the baseline. Then he got one over Grimes. At one point, he got RJ, he got Grimes, he got Randall off the switch, got to the line. Like he's a professional scorer, man. Like he's a problem. And so he got going, but we withstood it and we stayed with it. And we came back. Brunson got his buckets. Quick made big. Julius scored. Like we did what we could. We did what we could. I'm not that mad about the loss. I'm just sad about the loss. I'm sad about the loss, and I'm disappointed because we should have won it. But I'm not, like, super mad. I don't know how I feel. Let's get to the comments. Bro said free throws, rebounds. That really, you could sum this up with that. Free throws and rebounds. It killed us. Absolutely killed us. Like, we got to take care of the easy stuff at the very least. Bad Eyesight said, I want to be mad, but we didn't deserve to win. To be real, lack of effort in the first half and missed free throws. Tip your cat to Booker. It's all you can do. Literally all you can do. Zona said, pain is an understatement, bro. Oh, I didn't even do an intro. I'm so sorry. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Knicks fans here, there, and abound. Welcome to Postgame Pouting with Sean. This is Postgame Pouting. I had to putt a lot. I'm very sad. Very, very sad. I hate Sean, and the Knicks took an excruciating loss tonight to the Phoenix Suns, 116 to 113. We've been talking about it this whole time. So let's keep it going. Richard Dryden said, whack ass game, really settled back into bad habits again. Yeah, I mean, bro, just rebound the ball and make free throws. I don't even know. Like, there's like, for everything. There's the effort level was low, but that's rebounds. Like, rebound the ball, make free throws. Control what you can control. Like, don't give up extra possessions and make free throws, especially for a team who is like, it makes me even more mad now than it did before. I've always, like, in all of my years, honestly, I feel like I've always hated giving up, especially threes, but giving up points on possessions where you play great defense. Please finish the possession. I hate it. Hate it, hate it, hate it. Even in pickup, hate it. But, like, now that we're, like, the best offensive rebound team in the league pretty much, and we have the best offensive rebound in the league, it makes me even more mad when other teams are like sunning us on the offensive glass, because we prioritize and emphasize the importance of offensive rebounding. It's part of our identity, and so it's like identity theft is not a joke, Jim. Millions of families suffer every year. Like, that's how I feel. I feel like we let somebody come in to our home and steal our identity. Shout out to the office watchers. That's what happens when you don't respect the opponent. That's one that can be inferred from the lack of effort we saw for sure. Zonan said 2 words: free throws killed us. Tie game down the stretch. Eric Gordon beat us. Eric Gordon honestly didn't beat us. Eric Gordon hurt us for sure. 25 points. Eric Gordon hurt us a lot. He didn't beat us. Devin Booker beat us. And we beat ourselves. Primarily, we beat ourselves. Timo said, well, that was extremely upsetting. Very upsetting. Eric Gordon and Jordan Goodwin. Jordan Goodwin was cooking us. 14 points, 7 boards, 5 assists. He was 6 of 10 from the field, 2 of 3 from 3, and he played good defense. He had a really good game, man. I mean, I know that these guys are playing on teams that expect to be contenders. And they, at the same way we have a next man up mentality, so does especially them. They knew what they were getting into this season. So it's like, although you hate for Jordan Goodwin to play well and be part of the reason you lost the game, I mean, hey man, it's gonna happen. Hey man, my guy Quick had 18 points, 4 of 11 from the field, 3 of 6 from 3, 7 of 8 from the line. Got to the line like a merchant. 7 of 8 from the line for Julius as well. 28 points, 5 boards, 2 assists. RJ had an off night, 3 of 11. That was nasty. But I thought he did a solid job defensively. Mitchell Robinson had 11 boards and had some big blocks. How many blocks did he have? 2, I believe. Why don't I see blocks? They only have him here for 1, but I'm pretty sure he had more than 1. But yeah, Mitchell Robinson, hey, man. It's tough. Hardenstein had a good stretch late in the game. We just lost it. Lombre, what's going on, my guy? I don't care what nobody says. That's a bad shot. The PG homage. That's hilarious. Richard said, damn, they did the Loki to you, Sean. I am not well versed enough for anime to understand that reference, and I'm really sorry. I want to, but that's a whole other world I'd have to enter. I've had this conversation with you, I'm pretty sure. But yeah, that's a whole different world I'd have to enter, and it's too much of a world, and it's too much to. But my brother keeps telling me to watch Attack on Titan, and I don't like lying to my brother or like letting him down, and I feel like he's disappointed every time he asks, and I haven't watched it more. So I'm gonna watch Attack on Titan soon. Boom. Zona said, my internet cut out before the last possession. Pain. Oh, that's pain indeed. Oh, that's pain. It was painful. I imagine the Loki is something like, hurting you, breaking your heart multiple times, like I was saying before, maybe. Bad Ice said, I watched the Suns play a lot this year. Gordon wound ain't been like that in 7 years. I know that you're just saying Eric Gordon hasn't been like that in 7 years. I don't know what the other word is supposed to be. He had 20 the other night. Like, he's a shooter. The shots that Eric Gordon hit were not really shots that I was mad about. That's why I don't like. They were contested. I thought at times we were doing some unnecessarily doubling, but that's clearly like what we are planning to do these days. I thought some of the double teaming in the Miami game didn't make sense. I thought some of the doubles today were sent when they weren't necessarily necessary. And so that puts people like Eric Gordon in position. If you're going to shoot from 30 off a double team and hit it, like, damn, with a hand in your face because the closeout's there, but you just hit it. I mean, what are you going to do? Just got to hope those don't go in. Richard said, did anyone see the score fluctuate? Like they took a point after Hartenstein's second time shooting free throws? I don't think I peeped that for real. I don't think I saw that. I was so confused. I don't think I saw that. Bad Eyesight said, got to find a way to get Barrett going early. That's a fact, man. I would like for RJ to be more involved offensively. I don't feel like he's been involved enough. I mean, tonight he was 3 for 11. He's got to be better. But I just think that, like, there was the way he was involved in the offense before the migraines, and there's what's happening right now, and it's not the same thing, in my opinion. I might just be wrong. It's a possibility. Sometimes not often, but I think sometimes I'd be wrong. But it doesn't seem the same. And I feel like it's not giving him, like, he's not in. It's tough for me to get into a rhythm watching RJ. Like, he's on the court for 3.5 minutes and then he's sitting down and it's like, okay. And then he comes back for another 4-minute stint. And in those times, like, he's not really prioritized early with, it's Jalen and Julius lately. And like, I'm not saying he doesn't get the ball at all. He's just not necessarily prioritized. It's Jalen and Julius, and Jalen be cooking. So it's like, hey, then he gets in with that second unit and he's not really being prioritized a whole lot in that one either. But it's not necessarily like he's not being frozen out. He's just not really like getting the touches I feel like I would like him to get and getting the ball in the spots I would like him, like, attacking the ways, and then I don't feel like at any point in the game he's really getting into a rhythm. It's tough. Neil said, I'm so tired. Join the clock is going to be for the nap tonight. I'm exhausted. My eyes are burning. iHeart got absolutely toasted by Eubanks in the first day. It was bad. It was nasty. It was disgusting. Lonray said, I don't need this stress before my exam in a couple days, man. Hey, man, good luck on your exam, brother. It's all right. We got to just let it go, move on to the next game, unfortunately. But, Charlotte, we got to take this out on Charlotte. We already needed to blow them out anyway, so now this is added incentive. Apparently, somebody said LaMelo's not playing. So let's go win that game by 30 points and make sure we proceed in the tournament. I just don't understand how guys can't give effort for all the minutes you're on the court. You're being paid to win. I would just like for people to play hard. And it's not even like you could give the tired thing because it's like the first quarter. Like the game is just starting and you're not playing hard. So I would like for people to play hard, please. I don't, please. The games matter. They count. Neil said, Randall getting hunted by Booker in a pick and roll, too. He took too long to care about the game. He definitely did take too long to care about the game, unfortunately. He definitely did. Valleyson said, oh, man, that in and out by Brunson hurts. Heart crushing to even think about as you said it. Neil said, too many in and outs of MSG when Knicks shoot. An MSG employee is a traitor. Now, I'm not going to lie. Emmanuel quickly might lead the league in, shots that rolled out. And that one today with Brunson just really, 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 really hurt. That time when Julius should have stopped arguing with the ref and rebound after the foul shots. I don't even remember that off the top of my head. But I mean, he had a few times, especially in that first half. Taylor Rooks was at the game. We lost in front of Taylor Rooks. I hope she had a great time. Grimes off the bench, please. I mean, I like what Grimes did today. I like some of the shots he took. I've been asking him to be more aggressive. I like some of the shots he took. I like some of the looks he created. I like the defense he played. I like what Grimes did today. Need to see what Dante looks like with the starters at this point. I wouldn't mind it, but this wouldn't be the game where I'd necessarily make that move. Booker got going off the Randall pick and roll hunting. That's when it started. Yeah, but he gave RJ one. He gave Grimes, like, he was in that mode, bro. He was in that mode, unfortunately. Timo said we gave up switches too easy, but RJ be struggling to get through them screens sometimes. Not gonna lie, Yeah, and it's like, I mean, the one where if the guy's coming over the screen and he pulls up, coming right off the screen, like the one where Julius fouled Devin Booker, that's not really Julius has to be higher up on that screen. I don't know for like, I know he played drop coverage or whatever, and so maybe he's trying to like watch the roll. But honestly, we help so much from the weak side and completely abandon shooters in the corner. So that role should be taken care of, honestly. Like, especially when the player is Devin Booker. I feel like Julius, and I'm not sure if it's Julius thing or just how we're playing. I'm not even trying to kill him right now. I just like on the shot, like I was happy he contested it just because at that point I was begging for any kind of effort from him. But on the way that he contested it, it's just like he was back when Devin Booker came around. You feel me? Like he's got to be up and he's got to like be. I don't know, because like that's why he ended up having to go into his landing space because he was too far away and he had to like jump toward him. So that's not really one where RJ can necessarily get through. He does like I guess I thought he played. I gotta rewatch the game. I thought he played really good defense. Honestly, he got beat back door. But he was denying from 35 feet, so that's gonna happen. He got beat back door, and then that was the play where Devin Booker got it and euroed quick. But that was like and then the shot that he hit over him on the baseline. But that was great defense. I think RJ did a really good job defensively outside of that play where he got beat back door. And once again, he was denying the entire possession. He was doing it from 35 feet out. Lauren said, "LOL, where did my OG comment about Maj and Booker, Mr. Softy go?" And I don't see it in here. Richard Dryden said, post-pain pouting, indeed, man. This is sad. Bro said, I do, in fact, hate Sean. Damn, what did I do? Sheesh. Neil said, he's been much better this season, TBH Timo, but tonight was tough for him. Still a work in progress for RJ. That's a fact. RJ has been locking up. I don't want to sound down on him. He just has a wide frame. It can be tough. That's facts. Neil said, didn't mean to imply you did. I'm just trying to support your point. Timo said, LMAO, letting teams out rebound us is identity theft. It's identity theft, bro, and it's not a joke. It's not a joke at all. Neil said, to me, the L against the team without KD and Beal is embarrassing on paper, but watching the game, I'm just disappointed. Yeah, you're watching the game. Too many of their guards out rebounded ours. Randall wasn't nearly as aggressive on the board as he usually is. He was not, especially not in that first half. Randall wasn't even trying to pick off uncontested rebounds on our guards at one point. He was really out there just chilling that first half. Neil said, Goodwin cooked Hart and Devo. Those two were invisible outside of a handful of plays. Yeah, it wasn't a great night for them at all, for sure. They had that stretch where like Jalen got one, Josh got one, and then Dante got the three, I think. But outside of that, it wasn't a whole lot going on. Timo said, IDK why he just didn't care at all in the first half. Wild. I don't know how to explain the guy, bro. Being a Julius Randle fan is one of the most tumultuous experiences I've ever had in my life. You never know what you're gonna get. Substance 8967 said, not gonna lie, I'm not even mad. I'd rather be debooked than Jordan Goodwin. If Jordan Goodwin with a body bag does, I'd have thrown up. I would have thrown up. When it was Devin Booker, it was like, hey man, it's Devin Booker. But if Jordan Goodwin with a body bag does, I would have thrown up. I may not have done a show if Jordan Goodwin with a body bag does. I'm not gonna lie. In playback, they were like, yo, don't even bother with post-game Pouting tonight. I just don't want to like not do it. Like, I want to do it as consistently as possible. But boy, did I not feel like doing this tonight. But I appreciate you guys, and you until this moment I forgot that I didn't feel like doing it, and I really appreciate you guys. I love y'all for that. Timo said, really not sure what Josh Hart brings to the team. I mean, he plays good defense. He hits the boards. He's, he plays, like I said, he has a thankless job for the most part. So like when he doesn't have a good game, it's gonna be really annoying. But he's really in his good games and his bad games, he almost kind of does the same things. Sometimes he just has shots go in, and so it looks a little different. But I mean, Josh Hart does like the dirty work. He just does the things. Neil said, it's funny. Hart took that Randall role of sniping rebounds from own teammates. He's responsible for a couple of those offensive rebounds Phoenix got. He had one last game where he tipped the ball away from RJ. It was so nasty, bro. I was like, this is crazy. This is nuts. You already got your contract, bro. You don't have to do this. Nah, fam, Marvel low-key, my bad. That's not your bad. That's my bad for not knowing either thing so much that I thought they were the other thing. Loki's probably not an anime at all. It probably is just a Marvel thing. Neil said, I can't say much on hard, I'll get in trouble because it leads to a different subject. Role players stay having fake games in MSG, and it's always countered by shooting. I know grass is green, and more importantly, effort. The doubles continue to kill us. I'm not sure who that is for. I do not know who the doubles are for. I do not know who the doubles are for. I don't understand. And we're sending them like, it's crazy. It's crazy. There's times that make sense. Like down the stretch, Devin Booker was killing, and we sent a couple late doubles. Perfectly fine. But like early in the game, I remember RJ was on him one possession, and I was like, yeah, RJ locked that up. And then we sent, I think it was Grimes on a double, like immediately. And RJ like walled up and was in front of him. Like, you gotta show me he can't guard him. I don't know. You gotta like do something for me to W like this. Because then he immediately one pass away, kicks it out to Devin Booker, catch. It's like, damn, we just gave up 3 points because we didn't want to maybe give up 2. Facts about RJ, yeah, like I think he played really solid defense today. But yeah, we gotta get him some more looks, and he's got to make better with the looks he gets. I don't want to see another game like today's. Facts about RJ. Need RJ to have a superhero game next time out. Like I need air. Yeah, man, go crazy, get back in your bag, man. Also, second unit should be all IQ and RJ. It should. Josh Hart should never run a pick and roll ever. Thank you, Timo. That's the part that's frustrating, and that's why I'm getting annoyed about the RJ thing, because just like he's not getting the looks, he's not getting the touches like that in the first stint when he's out there for the first 5 minutes of the game. Then when he comes in with like the last minute or whatever, or in the beginning of the second quarter, and he's out there with the second unit, it really should be the him and Emmanuel Quickly show. And whenever it is, we're better. Whenever that unit is the RJ and Emmanuel Quickly show, we are almost dominant, pretty much. And like for whatever reason, I gotta watch Josh Hart run offense. For what? He doesn't have to do that. We got 2 guys out there who are much better at doing it than him, and that's no slight to him. And they have good chemistry with each other. Like, just let them play off of each other and let the rest go as it may. Like, I don't understand. My eyes are killing me. Josh Hart kills us offensively. It's wild how bad the offense looks the moment he touches the ball. And he he does not want to shoot. He doesn't even believe in it. And that makes him so guardable. It makes him so he's self-check. He doesn't want to shoot it. And he's like, you get it to him and it stops the offense, low-key. He does stagnate the offense just because he has no. But hey, man, it is what it is. I need Josh to figure something out and be better offensively for us, please. I can't wait to get a cup of tea. This is crazy. Knicks took another season off, 21, 22. What are you talking about? Took another season off? We don't. All right, man. I can't do the over dramatic reactions to every game. I can't do it. That statement doesn't make much sense to me. But appreciate you being here, Cameron. Timo said, we still winning games in the playoffs here. Let's not. Yeah, what are we doing? Neil said, I wouldn't say that. There's still way more positives going forward. Just got to execute and give a shit. The calling of this team is limited. The ceiling of this team is limited by the team. Yeah, we got a lot. Today the general consensus is very clearly only Julius Randle can stop Julius Randle, and that goes for the team pretty much too. How can we lose? We already chose. We just got to get out of our own way. Right now they're a playing team. That's a huge step back. All right, bro. I'm sorry. I don't have a response for that. I'm sorry. Hasib said next 4 games important to go at least 3-1. We play Charlotte, Toronto twice, and Utah. What are we? We're 8-7 right now because we're 8-6, right? 8-7. Listen, Cameron, it's not that the fact that we're in 7th place today, or we were in 6th place earlier. We don't have to look for reasons to be upset or to jump off the roof. It's okay. We're gonna beat Charlotte. We'll be 9-7. We've been in top 4 or 5 seeds the last 2 weeks. Yeah, it's we're still not even 20 games into the season, bro. Saying, we're a playing team, that's a huge step back. Is it really a huge step back? Because last year's team was 10-13 to 23 games. So let's be for real, please. If we're gonna be anything, let's be for real. Timo said we just found ourselves playing literally after this loss. No need for the doom and gloom. We've been in top 4. Yeah, for real. Lama said I'm gonna be at Tuesday's game, pass or fail. but I really need to pass. So the exam is either on Monday or Tuesday. Well, best of luck to you, brother. And I hope that you're out there with I know that you're going to be out there with a pass, and I hope that the Knicks give you a dub. I know the Knicks are going to give you a dub. So you're going to be able to pass your exam and be able to enjoy the Knicks dub in the process as we punch our ticket to the next round of the in-season tournament. And I love that for you. Why do you think they're going to lose that game? Now you're talking about his test. Good luck with the test. Good. Thank you. Okay. Boom. Good luck. Oh, this is beautiful. We love the community in here, man. Thank God we play the Hornets next. That's a get right game. Got to get right. And we got to blow them out. Thank you. I really was hoping RJ would be an all-star, but unfortunately right now he's not playing like it. Couple off games, unfortunately, but like I said, I don't feel like he's getting enough touches and all that good stuff. But it is what it is. Hopefully he bounces back with a real great game next game. I love Josh Hart, but Tibbs has a boner for him, and I mean I wouldn't have used that wording, but the concept is correct. Yes. And it's annoying when it's acted upon at the wrong time. That's a fact. That's a fact. I was glad he took him out today and put RJ back in. I was like, okay, cool. Because I thought for sure he was going to leave Josh Hart out there instead of RJ. Neil said, I'm going to head out. Have a good one, y'all. The sky is not falling. Annoying loss for sure, but we move because we must. We move because we must. That's excellent. That's excellent. We move because we must. Truly. Your mouth to God's ears. You know the vibes, Lonray. Much love, Sean. As always, great show. Appreciate you, Timo. And once again, can't stress it enough. Even on tough nights like tonight where my heart breaks 3 times, I still love y'all from the bottom of my heart. Thank you for helping me pass it up and get through this pain as a family. And I look forward to getting through plenty of joyous moments with us. I'm looking forward to getting back to prosperity, getting into thanks territory, taking care of business, avenging this feeling. So until next time, y'all have an excellent night. Adios. Join us on Playback, man. Playback.tv/IHateSean. Peace and thanks, Sean. We'll bounce back sooner than later. That's a fact, Richard. Have a great night. Great show as always, man. Thanks for having me on. Let's get this W on Tuesday. Thanks for being here, bro. You know the vibes. Once again, good luck on your test and enjoy the game. Love y'all. Good night.